everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday edition. Oh, wow. Already starting off on a rough foot.
Wow.
You forgot to unmute.
That's
and
why.
you said
Wow.
Tuesday. Wow.
I sound like Kyle right now. All right, so boom, right? We're going to redo this again.
That's okay, Cam. Do not worry. We all wish we can be the best. That being said, welcome to the actual Tuesday morning buzz. Today is, somebody fill me in, I believe it's March 22nd. That's right.
You're listening to the Morning Buzz.
To the Morning Buzz.
To the Morning Buzz.
The Morning Buzz on 90.3.
90.3.
90.3.
90.3 WMSC.
WMSC.
WMSC Upper Montclair, New Jersey.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the actual Tuesday morning buzz. Monday is just serving us up intros on a plate at this point. They're giving us everything, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all in good fun. We respect each other, and if that's not the case, then Monday started it. Okay, this is all their fault. Anyway, welcome everybody. I am your host, Kyle Pepitone, joined with my co-host, Jacob Getz, newscaster, Aiden Ivers.
Good morning.
Sportscaster, Tanner Price, and segment host, Emily McCormack. Already off to a great start. Every host is allowed one mess up at the beginning.
Why are you taking so many more?
Wow. Anyway, we have a show for you as always. That's why we're here. We got news about Russia, not more regarding the U.S. this time. So keep an eye out for that. That affects us now a lot more than it has in previous weeks, along with other news regarding New Jersey, Montclair, all that good stuff. But before any of that, we have our newscaster, Aiden Ivers, here with some other news. Aiden, take it away.
Thank you, Kyle, and good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. My name is Aiden Ivers, coming at you live from 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, New Jersey. 1 month ago, it was 2/22/22, and it's the second day of spring, and it's 16 days away from MLB opening day. So we got really a lot to look forward to, in my opinion. But for the news, in national news, according to CNN, as of yesterday, Texas is receiving both powerful storm and blazing fire conditions, impacting approximately 50% of the state. And in statewide news, according to NJ.com, over the weekend, 504 new COVID cases, along with 2 new COVID deaths, were reported by New Jersey, which was 49% decreased from just over a month ago. And in local news, according to Montclair Local, the Board of Education for Montclair plans on meeting next Monday to discuss a plan for a voter referendum, which would, if approved, would focus on supporting and renovating various facilities in the Montclair area. And for the weathercast, today is, like I said, second day of spring, so we got kind of a little bit of warmer weather to look forward to this week. So today we have a high of 58 and low of 36 with partially cloudy skies, and we welcome tomorrow, Wednesday. It's actually looking pretty midday with a high of 46, low 41 with a 50% chance of rain, that's not cool. Thursday we'll have a high of 55 and low of 49 with the rainfall at a whopping 90%, and it's actually expected to measure approximately half an inch of rainfall. And as we enter the weekend on Friday, we'll have a high of 59 and a low of 43 with thrice, for good measure, with a lingering 50% chance of rain on that day. And Saturday, March 26th, the 10-year anniversary of Sick and Twisted Fair by Canadian rock band My Darkest Days. The skies will be partially clear with a high 56 and low 38 with cloudy skies. And on Sunday, we will have a high of 47 and low 29, also with cloudy skies. This has been your Hour 1 newscast here, 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Back to you, Kyle.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aiden. And moving directly from Aiden to Tanner for our sportscast. Tanner, what is going on in the world of sports today?
It's the end of an era in Atlanta. Matt Ryan, a.k.a. Matty Ice, has been traded to the Indianapolis Colts in exchange for a third-round pick. In response to the move, the Falcons signed journeyman quarterback Marcus Mariota to a 2-year deal. After losing out in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, the New Orleans Saints signed quarterback Jameis Winston to a 2-year deal worth $28 million. Yesterday was the trade deadline for an NHL. a Marc-Andre flurry of moves occurred, including reigning Vezina Trophy winner and three-time Stanley Cup champion goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury being dealt to the Minnesota Wild. He was dealt to Minnesota by Chicago for a conditional second-round pick. The Rangers acquired 4 players yesterday at the deadline. The first is forward Andrew Kopp from the Winnipeg Jets. The Rangers acquired Kopp, a 2023 sixth-round pick, and a 2023 sixth-round pick in exchange for prospect Morgan Barron, 2 conditional second-round picks in 2022, and a 2023 fifth-round pick. The Blue Shirts also acquired forwards Nick Merkley and Tyler Mott, as well as defenseman Justin Braun, all in separate deals. The Rangers, with their new acquisitions, hit the ice tonight, only about 20 minutes from here, as they take on the New Jersey Devils in Newark. In both matchups so far this season, the Rangers have come away victorious. The Islanders take on the Ottawa Senators tonight at 7:30 to start a 2-game homestand. Yesterday, newly acquired pitcher Max Scherzer made his first Mets outing in spring training, pitching 5 innings, striking out 5, while giving up 3 hits and a run in a 3-0 loss to the Marlins. The Mets continue spring training tomorrow, with ace Jacob deGrom taking the hill in his first appearance since arm injuries ended his season last year. The Yankees got their first win of spring training yesterday with a 5-2 win over the Blue Jays. The Yanks are back in action today with a 5-2 win against the Phillies. The Yanks are back in action today, matchup with the Blue Jays. Just want to point out there was a game yesterday in spring training that ended 25-12 in baseball. It was between the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Guardians. And in basketball, the Nets defeated the Utah Jazz yesterday by a final of 114-106. Kevin Durant shined with 37 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists in 38 minutes of playing time. And the Knicks take on the Atlanta Hawks tonight at 7:30. This game should be fun, as it writes another chapter in the Knicks fans' rivalry with Hawks Trae Young. Back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And jumping right into the first story from AP News. Tragedy strikes China as a China Eastern Boeing 737-800 plane with 132 people on board crashed in remote mountainous areas of southern China. After the crash, a forest fire was visible from the space in the country's worst air disaster in nearly a decade. More than 15 hours after communication was lost with the plane, there is still no word about the fate of the passengers and crew members, leaving many families waiting in fear to find out if they lost their loved ones. The Civil Aviation Administration of China said the crash occurred near the city of Wuzhou. The plane was flying from Kunming in the southern province of Yunnan and the industrial center of Guozhou along the east coast. China Eastern Flight 5735 was traveling 523 miles per hour at around 29,000 feet when it entered a steep and fast dive at 2:20 p.m. local time. The plane was plunged 7,400 feet before briefly regaining about 1,200 feet in altitude, then dove again. The plane stopped transmitting data 96 seconds after starting to fall. State media reported all 737-800s in China Eastern Fleet were ordered grounded. Aviation experts say it's unusual to ground an entire fleet of planes unless there is an evidence of a problem with the model. China has more 737-800s than any other country, nearly 1,200 planes. And if identical planes at other Chinese airlines are grounded, it could have, quote, a significant impact on domestic travel, end quote.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful.
I know.
That is interesting that they grounded every single plane in like the region.
Yeah.
Because this was so bad.
That's what I find interesting about this one, because like even if you did find a problem with the model plane, how can you be certain it's applied, for lack of a better word, to every other plane of that model? Like how do you know it's not just a fluke, a one-time
sort
thing?
of defect.
Yeah.
I guess it's difficult, but with such a enormous like I don't know if it could go wrong that badly.
Yeah.
I guess like such measures are necessary.
That is definitely true. And I'm thinking just like they did it as a safety precaution. Just be like, we're going to call it just to be sure, because like we don't know exactly, like it said, 15 hours. after communication was lost, there's still no word. So it's not like they can see, oh, the pilots told us this is what happened. As far as anyone on the outside knows, it could be a model problem with the model. It could be some outside interference, weather, animals, anything like that. And so they probably just said, as a safety precaution, for now, we're going to call off all planes of this model, which is a good safety measure. But at the same time, like it said, they have about 1,200 of them, which would really
That is a lot.
affect air travel.
Yeah. Well, this is like the here a bunch of people talk how they're afraid of flying, and it's these kinds of things that they're afraid of. That the plane might unfortunately tragically crash like here. So I just hope that the families that are still waiting to hear about their loved ones find out as soon as possible, because I can't imagine what it's like going through this right now.
Yeah, and I do hope everybody who was on the plane is okay.
Back to you.
Thank you. And moving into our top story, once again for this hour, a moment of silence for our fallen Sesame Street character. Oscar the Grouch is dead. No, I'm sorry. That says the Oscars are dead. Sorry.
What?
Little bit of a
Thank-
mix-up.
Oh my
What?
gosh, you got me scared.
Sorry. I believe Oscar the Grouch is fine. Somehow
better be.
living in trash has no health defects on him. Anyway, according to CNN.com, Rachel Zegler's movie nominated for the Best Picture Academy Award, but she says she'll be celebrating like the rest of us. The 20-year-old actress starred as Maria Vasquez in the musical drama West Side Story, which won her a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a motion picture comedy or musical. On Sunday, in an Instagram post on her verified account, one of her followers wrote in the comments, "Can't wait to see what you'll be wearing on Oscar night." Ziegler responded with, "I'm not invited, so sweatpants and my boyfriend's flannel." She went on to say, quote, "I don't know, y'all. I have tried, but it doesn't seem to be happening." I sad crying face. "I will root for West Side Story from my couch and be proud of the work we so tirelessly did 3 years ago." End quote. She also wrote, quote, "I hope some last minute miracle occurs and I can celebrate our film in person. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes, I guess. Thanks for all the shock and outrage. I'm disappointed too, but that's okay. So proud of our movie." End quote. Nominees, Ziegler was not nominated, received tickets, as do presenters, with additional tickets given to studios to distribute as they see fit.
People still watch the Oscars?
Big L.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like over the past couple of years, some of their picks has just basically just destroyed their credibility.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, why sit in front of a screen and why have somebody tell you, here's all the movies you could be watching right now instead of us? Like,
Yeah.
if you're bored and want something to watch, maybe turn on the Oscars. But other than that, I find all award shows pretty useless.
yeah, it's normally just an industry congratulating itself. It's
Good job.
We did it.
Yeah,
guys, we made movies and like I don't know. The
Yeah.
movies they pick are so fun.
Good job, everybody. You made a hit movie this year, except for Warner Brothers. I don't know how you're still running. Warner Brothers cannot.
Don't talk to me about Warner Bros.
I don't think Warner Brothers knows how to make movies. That's all I'm gonna say. I have nothing else to go off that. I mean, just look at the DC universe, the second Space Jam.
I mean,
No, Isaiah, Space Jam 2 was not Space Jam 2 was not a movie. Space Jam 2 was, look at all the properties we own. See? Applaud us. We have LeBron James. Yay, we do good. I'm sorry. That movie annoys me to ends that are unreasonable.
I mean, DC made the new Batman movie, and that's good. I think they did.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. had it.
Warner Brothers, I meant.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, okay. Wait, I think Isaiah said he was kidding about Warner Brothers.
I'm not.
Wait,
No, not Warner Brothers. Space Jam. I'm sorry. The chat's moving too fast, and my face finally has some semblance of color.
All right.
Does anyone else want to jump in before
alright.
No, I don't.
I have a
Warner
question.
Bros.
Thank you.
What Space Jam do you think is better?
First one.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's funny because I actually have no idea.
I
like-
don't enjoy the first Space Jam as much as people do.
I think Kyle's taking that personally.
Well, here's the thing. I never actually watched the second Space Jam.
Oh,
Wow.
I
Wow.
don't care. I
mean, there's
don't
both-
care enough.
it's just both. It's like they're both the same movie.
No, it's
Michael
not.
Jor- Yeah, they are. It is.
No,
They both have to save themselves by winning a basketball game.
that's no.
And I have to say, just
and
because
then
you haven't,
and then Looney Tunes characters are there, and that's
just because
it.
you haven't seen a movie doesn't mean you can't have an opinion on it. If a movie looks dumb in the trailer, that's like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
there's
that's
been
pretty
movies that-
representative.
There's been movies that have looked bad in the trailer.
No,
Like
I'm
what?
saying, but I'm just
I don't know,
saying
there has
it's
to be
a
one.
blatant cash grab. They literally put every property they
No,
own.
that's what
That's what the
trailer was.
Oscars is.
And I don't like the Oscars
I
either. Do we move on?
Yes.
Okay.
Before anyone gets hurt.
My feelings
Or
are
it
hurt,
hurts
Emo.
themselves,
sorry.
which
Everyone
We're
stay
getting
safe
there.
out there.
Okay,
But
we're
don't
gonna
blame
take a
music by
quick
Warner
break
Bros.
to cool down because we're going into Am I in the Wrong next. If this wasn't heated enough for you, stay tuned. All right, so if that last conversation wasn't too much for you, if you're still here, thank you for sticking around. We're moving on to Am I in the Wrong? You've been warned. Brace yourselves. We don't know what these are about. We didn't read these. We've been instructed not to. Who wants to take the first one? I guess I'll do it.
Oh,
This one is called Oddly Timed Party. Here we go. My daughter just turned 4 years old a couple of days ago. My husband and I are throwing her a surprise party on Saturday, and we invited her class, her friends from dance and gymnastic classes, and Girl Scouts, and her cousins. The problem is that my niece, 20, is in the ICU with sepsis. When my sister and BIL got an invitation, brother-in-law. Thank you. I have no idea what that meant. When my sister and brother-in-law got the invitation for them and their kids, they have younger kids about my daughter's age. I got a call asking why we were throwing a party for my daughter when their daughter was still in the hospital. I said we can't drop everything because their daughter's in the hospital and that my daughter still deserves to have a party. My sister told me to postpone the party until her daughter got better and said my daughter wouldn't notice because she doesn't know about the party anyway, but I still don't think that's fair to my daughter. She yelled at me for being unsupportive and accused me of trying to steal attention from her daughter / their situation and make my daughter the center of attention again. She's a baby in the family. She's the baby in the family and has special needs, so she usually is the center of attention at family functions. Am I in the wrong for throwing a birthday party while my niece is in the ICU?
I think it depends on how close they are, like with the daughter and the niece.
Yeah.
That they would want to have their niece there, like she has to be there,
Right.
So,
But keep in mind the niece is 20. It sounded like, well, I mean, the what is it called? The invitation was probably meant for the family because I don't think a 4-year-old's going to be able to get there by themselves.
Yeah.
But it was more so it seems the invitation was more so for the younger kids of that side of the family who aren't in the ICU.
If the party is in line with the person's birthday, I don't see why they would have to push it back.
Yeah.
Just so one person could be there. I understand they said like that part of the family is usually the center of attention. Some we all have people in our families. Let's face it like that. But I don't think they're in the wrong for this.
I don't think they're in the wrong, but I don't think the other people are in the wrong either.
Yeah.
They're going through something
Totally.
dire and drastic, and it's probably taking a huge toll on them. They probably just need somebody to take the stress out on, and they probably don't mean it to the extent where they're saying it. That's my thing. So I would say it's just a case of bad timing almost. Not bad timing, but like bad circumstances. Who said it the other week where it's like there's another option where nobody's in the wrong? Who brought that up?
I forget.
I think we said last week that everyone was in the wrong.
Yeah, there was one a couple of weeks ago where
yeah.
like sometimes everybody just agrees that it's just mutual and no one's in the wrong. I think that's something like this.
Although I don't think the family with the daughter, as Aiden said, if it's on or very close to the actual birthday, if they schedule a birthday party on just some random day,
That's weird.
Mhm.
because I've had people that have birthdays and they schedule their parties for other days when
Right.
it might be nicer outside
Or not like a school night
or not a
whatever.
school night. I think if that happens, then the people could be in the wrong because they could easily switch it because it's not the birthday. But if it's the
Well,
child's birthday and they're having
Yeah.
the party on the birthday, then there shouldn't be. They didn't know 4 years ago
Yeah.
that a member of their family would be in the ICU.
Mhm.
So
So
two things, one from me, one from Isaiah. First from me is it's the ICU, intensive care unit, is not like a in and out kind of thing. Like this isn't
No.
a day thing. Like, oh, just like, hey, she wound up in the ICU. Maybe we can just reschedule a party. No, I assume she's been there
yeah,
for a couple of days or so. Meaning, like, what are you gonna do? Like, this could take, I don't know, 6 months to cure. Are you gonna throw the party half a year later? Now, what
Yeah.
Isaiah wrote for us is a lot of people are saying, what does canceling the party do? Does it save the girl from in the ICU?
I mean, that's kind of something that I was thinking about. Like what like it doesn't necessarily improve anything. And
Right.
I don't know. I guess if I could put myself in the situation for I am 20, if I was like in the ICU, I feel like I'd be like, I'm dealing with my own situation now.
Right.
Why should some like a 4-year-old like
That's my thing.
I don't want to say the word suffer, but like not get a party just
Right.
because like
The
something else is
only
going on.
thing canceling the party really does is allow the other side of the family to be there at the hospital
Mhm.
itself. But then again, I don't know if there is visiting in the ICU.
Mhm.
I'm not too well versed in how hospitals work.
Mhm.
But
That's
also,
valid.
Isaiah has written, and I quote, sepsis is a potentially life-threatening condition that occurs when the body's response to an infection damages its own tissues. When the infection fighting processes turn on the body, they cause organs to function poorly and abnormally. Sepsis may progress to septic shock.
Hmm.
So that's what, in case you didn't know what sepsis
Mhm.
was, which I didn't. So that, I don't know if that adds any weight because it still goes in the question. The party is not linked to the ICU. It was just a case of two events converging at a bad time.
One thing that I have a question about though is there was a part where she had a call from her sister asking why they were throwing the party. Does that indicate that they only found out that there was a party when they got like a formal invitation? Because I feel like
I think
considering
that's
the circumstances, there should have been more of a conversation.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
especially because they're sisters, be like, oh, hey, so I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? Because you
Right.
don't want to be insensitive, because obviously there's a lot going on, and it's not like the person doesn't care about the the um the niece,
right.
but it's like maybe there should have been more of a conversation. Like, how do you feel about this?
If it is the case, then maybe they're not that close as we assumed.
Yeah, I do not know.
So there's a lot of information I don't think we know to call, but I would say no one's in the wrong here.
Mhm.
The daughter still deserves a birthday, but at the same time, the other family is probably definitely is going through a high stress situation. And they're like, okay, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't mean this, but I need somebody to vent to. And so there you go.
New York and New Jersey and New York. Yeah, New Jersey first. And New York have an obsession. That obsession is with the amazing bread known as bagel. When you have sausage, egg, cheese, avocado, cream cheese, we love a good bagel. Okay. But how many bagels is too many bagels?
Not-
Maybe 10, 5, 50, 150? What about 202?
I'd say a full bagel is too much.
Even what? Okay, we'll discuss this. Okay, even the oldest born bred New Yorker probably hasn't accomplished the feat. But 38-year-old Mike Varley has recently completed eating and ranking 202 bagels from all 5 boroughs. The culinary project known as Everything is Everything. This is because every bagel that Varley reviewed was an everything bagel with scallion cream cheese. As striking as the mere thought of devouring over 200 bagels in a mere 13 months is, the Varley's effort goes way beyond a mere best of list. The former video game producer has, in fact, created a map that pinpoints each of the foods he tasted. When clicking on a bagel on a map, you'll notice the creator's score and the destination's ranking. When clicking on a bagel on the map, oh wait, I read that. All the stores that Varley visited were reviewed on a 0 to 5 scale in 3 separate categories: store, bagel, and spread. According to the Bagel Dude, PNC Bagels in Flushing, Queens serves the best bagels in New York.
That is not
This
the case.
This is a bucket
Okay.
list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aiden is actually, what was the person's name? Aiden is actually Mike.
Oh.
And I
You
can tell
know,
you.
Can we just acknowledge the existence of the Bagel Dude?
You know, I'm about to
It is bagel.
I'm
dude.
about to ruin this great story for you.
Ugh.
Oh no.
I clicked on the article.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Every review is being sold as an NFT.
Oh,
Wait, actually.
okay.
Oh no.
The
That's-
project is
Why?
the project also has
Dislike.
an NFT component attached to it, which is actually how Varley hopes to monetize the effort. Each bagel review is sold as an NFT, he explains. A 202-piece collection. We've already sold 80 of them.
Oh
Of
my
course you
god.
have.
you know what? Then good for him.
No.
Okay,
Honestly.
yes.
No.
No,
He's selling a bagel review. I could do
I know,
that.
but he's
I'm gonna
gaining.
do
And
this
here,
from
I'm going to give
people's
the stupid response
stupidity.
everyone gives, but you didn't.
If you can gain from other people's stupidity, go for it.
I don't know.
Fair enough. Ah,
No,
why would
that's, no,
why would
that's
you buy it?
ridiculous,
Why would
honestly.
you buy a bagel review? Just go
Isaiah,
and
get the
bagel.
boat.
Just go and get the bagel.
Okay.
It's
No.
yeah.
Anyway.
Just go and get the bagel.
Anyway,
it's probably
Okay,
way
Isaiah, you're no
cheaper.
longer invited on the boat.
Yeah.
Ah,
If you
Okay,
want a
wait.
quality bagel, go to Plaza Bagels in Newark Plaza in Staten Island.
If you want.
bagel pantry.
If you'd like.
Stop
If you would
throwing
like
out
to.
names of bagel
I
places.
want
If you would
This
like
is a
to.
clear FCC violation.
Bagel. I want bagel. But
If you
not the
want a
ones from the
bagel,
student center.
buy whatever you want. Can I even say that? I don't
if
think
you
that's.
would like to.
If you would
Wait,
like
Tanner,
a
wait.
bagel,
If you would like
can
a
buy.
bagel, you
you
can get a
get
bagel.
Everybody, stop saying the words "buy" and "bagel" in the same
If
sentence,
you-
okay?
Okay. Bagel. Anyway.
If you would like to
if-
acquire a no.
Stop.
If you
If
wish
your
to
bagel
obtain
is buy.
bagel.
If you want to acquire a rounded bread object
With
with a hole in
hole
it,
in the middle. Obtain where you
obtain,
wish.
obtain a wheat-based obtain a
45. Okay, everybody. No more mic privileges. I'm your host, Kyle Pepitone, co-host Jacob Getz, Emily segment host Emily McCormack, sportscaster Tanner Rice, and newscaster Aiden Ivers. This is 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. You're listening to the Tuesday Morning Buzz. King's Chaos is next. Have a good day, everyone.